Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Neve and I'd love to give you a very warm welcome. As you've probably seen from the intro, we have Miss Una joining us again. She heard me start the video and she was like, right, I'm the main character here. But now she's just fallen asleep. I apologise if I look a little bit like a mess. I was just feeling comfort today and that is what I went for. So I'm wearing my hoodie just because it is a little bit more chillier today in the UK, which is a bit sad because we've had lovely weather, but it is what it is. And I think it's about to start raining since it's now gone very overcast. Obviously from the title, today's video is my review on the whole Twisted series, as I recently finished reading Twisted Lies and I just really wanted to do this video as fast as I could because it is the first book series that I have actually finished reading in a very, very long time, so it just got me very excited to film this video. Before I continue, I'm just going to say this is going to be a spoiler-free video, so yes, I don't want to be giving anything away because I feel like you guys should read these books. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I recommend. So as a whole, I really did enjoy this series. There were books that I did favour over the others. Of course, I'm going to be starting with Twisted Love. So Twisted Love follows Ava and Alex. Ava being Josh's younger sister and Alex being Josh's best friend. I love how Alex and Ava are described on the blurbs. Alex Volkov is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. Beside me I've got my laptop with my Goodreads up and I gave Twisted Love 4 out of 5 stars. So that was my honest review. There were some parts that did make me sort of cringe a little, but all in all it was a good book. I really liked how different Ava and Alex were, but it's like such an opposites attract thing that I found anyway. I didn't realise how spicy these books got, so that was very eye-opening, let's just say. One thing I did love about these books is Anna puts a playlist of songs that will correlate to the story, and do you know what, that helped so much when getting into these books because it made me feel the story and get into the story a bit more, so it was quite nice having them songs in the background while I read. I wouldn't say this was my favourite book out of the whole series, but it was a good book to start on. It gave it a good foundation, I'm gonna say, like a good start and a promising start. There was times where I just felt like I was like, oh, why? But it starts going good and then obviously something bad had to come along the way, but some of those things, it happens. You need them twists and turns, you need them. I'm just gonna say this, I'm hoping it's not a spoiler. I liked in the book that it went back and forth to different time periods, so you could really get an understanding of what had happened to these two individuals and what made them the way they were, if that makes sense. I do apologise if you can hear Oons. She's currently chewing on one of her bones and she's making a little bit of a noise. The next book in the series was Twisted Games. This followed Bridget and Reese. This book, oh, I don't want to give my ranking away, but yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah before I get into anything more. So I gave Twisted Games 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know about spoiling anything. Yes, yeah, that's all I can say is yes. Stoic, broody and arrogant, the elite bodyguard Reese Larson has 2 rules: protect his clients at all costs and do not become emotionally involved, ever. He has never once been tempted to break those rules until her. Bridget von Ashburg, a princess with a hidden fire that reduces his rules to ash. Day by day, she breaks down his defences. He swore an oath to protect her, but it's not enough. She must be his princess, his forbidden fruit, his every depraved fantasy. Regal, strong-willed and bound by the chains of duty, Princess Bridget dreams of the freedom to live and love as she chooses. But when her brother abdicates, she's faced with the prospect of a loveless political marriage and a throne she never wanted. As she navigates the intricacies and treacheries of her new role, she must also hide her desire for a man she can't have, her bodyguard, her protector, her ultimate ruin. Unexpected and forbidden, theirs is a love that could destroy a kingdom and doom them both. When I read that blurb, I was like, I wasn't sure what to expect, but as you get to know Rhys and Bridget, you realise that they've got this connection, and that connection has to be the end game, if you know what I mean. This I don't want to give away my ranking, but this book was just yes. Then the next book in the Twisted series was Twisted Hate. Quickly give the blurb. This follows Josh, Ava's brother, and Jules, Ava's best friend. So, gorgeous, cocky, and fast on his way to becoming a hotshot doctor, Josh Chen has never met a woman he couldn't charm, except for Jules Ambrose. The beautiful redhead has been a thorn in his side since they met, but she also consumes his thoughts in a way no woman ever has. When their animosity explodes into one unforgettable night, he proposes a solution that will get her out of his system once and for all. An enemies with benefits arrangement with simple rules, no jealousy, no strings attached, and absolutely no falling in love. Outgoing and ambitious, Jules Ambrose is a former party girl who's focused on one thing, passing the bar exam. The last thing she needs is to get involved with a doctor who puts the sufferer insufferable, no matter how good looking he is. But the more she gets to know him, the more she realises there's more than meets the eye to the man she's hated for so long, her best friend's brother, her nemesis, and her only salvation. So yes, that one is definitely an enemies to lovers one. It was fiery. I'm not just talking about the emotions. For Twisted Hate, third book, I only gave it a 3. It wasn't my favourite, I'm just going to say that out of the book. There was parts that were just, I don't know, that I really just didn't enjoy. Not gonna lie, there were good parts of the book, but it just wasn't my favourite out of the series. And then last but not least, it is Twisted Lies. So this one, I really didn't know what to expect from this book, just because I felt like in the other books you had a bit of a background knowledge of the two lead characters. Sorry about that. And what their story was going to entail. With this one, I feel like I had to go in a bit not knowing a lot, if that makes sense. Charming, deadly and smart enough to hide it, Christian Harper is a monster dressed in the perfectly tailored suits of a gentleman. He has little use for morals and even less use for love, but he can't deny the strange pull he feels towards the woman living just one floor below him. She's the object of his darkest desires, the only puzzle he can't solve, and when the opportunity to get closer to her arises, he breaks his own rules to offer her a deal she can't refuse. Every monster has their weakness. She's his obsession, his addiction, his only exception. Sweet, shy and introverted despite her social media fame, Stella Alonso is a romantic who keeps her heart in a cage. Between her two jobs, she has little time or desire for a relationship. But when a threat from her past drives her into the arms and house of the most dangerous man she's ever met, she's tempted to let herself feel something for the first time in a long time. Because despite Christian's cold nature, he makes her feel everything when she's with him. Passionate, protected, truly wanted. Theirs is a love twisted with secrets and tainted by lies, and when the truths are finally revealed, they could shatter everything. So I really, really liked this book. It had some parts of like mystery involved, a lot of deep diving into past. There are at times frustrating moments as well, especially when it came to Stella's family and also how their relationship was progressing. But yeah, all in all, a very good book. With Twisted Lies, I also gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So which 4 out of 5 stars is really good still. It might not be a 5 out of 5, but it's still a really good ranking for me. I am going to reveal my ranking of all the books. It's possibly a little bit obvious with how I ranked them on Goodreads, but Yes, in 4th place we have Twisted Hate. Again, there were parts that I really liked and there was parts that I didn't like, but unfortunately the parts that I didn't like sort of outweighed the parts that I did like. I still liked Jules and Josh's relationship and how their lives intertwined and their pasts and what happened. But yes, it was a good story all in all. In 3rd place we have Twisted Love. The first book, as I said, it was a good starting point. It didn't have some of this sort of nitty-gritty twists and turns like the other books have, but it was a good book, fairly simple romantic story. In 2nd place we have Twisted Lies. This just didn't live up to my number 1 book, but you know, it was still a good book and I really did enjoy Stella's character. She just seemed like such a real down-to-earth girl. Christian, on the other hand, he did have times where I was like a little bit frustrated and a little bit annoyed by his character, but yeah, a good book. Drum roll, please. Number 1, we have Twisted Games. I think it was obvious by my reaction and what the stars I gave it. Oh my goodness. Bridget and Reese. This book was just something else. If you read it, then you'll know what I'm talking about, why it was so exciting at times and everything. The songs that she put in that playlist, there were such good choices for this book. But yes, so that was my number 1 ranking. So that was my review on the Twisted series. I would definitely recommend it if you've not read them. If you've just started them, I'd say persevere with them, even though they do get longer as the series goes on. But it is such a good series to read and I can't wait to start her other series that she's started. A massive thank you for watching today's video and I hope you enjoyed it. I apologise if it's not the best, but I am trying my hardest to get used to this whole thing of filming videos and everything. But yes, again, let me know if there is any videos or books that you'd like me to read or see, or any video ideas. They'll be muchly appreciated. I hope you guys have a lovely day wherever you are. Bye.